There is a lot of pressure to be great, especially as artists. We can unconsciously place this expectation on ourselves. And it's because we're sort of the product, we are the source of whatever we're giving to the world. And, not having the resources to deal with that, especially when you're down and when you're doubtful of your future because of life circumstances, it can be really hard to know where to turn to. And I want to tell you my recent experiences. I've had a few run-ins with some people I know. One of them had to sort of say goodbye to a long-time creative partner. And I know that that's been really hard on them. And I spoke with them and I said, through my later teens into my early 20s, I had a lot of moments where I felt like the future was really possible and I could sort of see what was in front of me. And then for whatever reason, life is unpredictable and, it got sort of ripped away. And I was sort of left in periods of isolation and reflection of where I went wrong, sort of, or alternatively, being really determined to have a specific vision come out, and sort of the disappointments of going through different band members or collaborative partners and things like that. And I said to them, don't give up, because that passion and that drive and that willingness to keep going will get you to where you want to be. And I said, don't settle for less, don't settle for anything less than what you know you deserve, and that everything that has shifted in your life right now is clearing the way for something better to come along. And I truly believe that. I truly believe that when we strip back all of the blockages, the negativity that other people have sort of placed into our minds, the negative self-talk and all of that, underneath that is our inner artist or our inner child. And they have desires and they have dreams, and they want to experience life through the lens of creativity. They want to be able to play and explore and have fun, And I don't think that those desires and those dreams get put into people for no reason. For me, my desire and my passion and my drive is like a burning fire in my heart. And at this point in my life, nothing can extinguish it. It's something that pulls me forward. And, recently I've sort of had a period of depression, and it's because my life sort of began to topple over and shift, and I didn't know how to cope with it, because I thought that I had already sort of done that by having that happen in my life previously, and this time it was totally different. It wasn't as bad. I still had everything that I'd worked for, but my sense of community was just shattered, and it left me feeling very in a state of heavy grieving. I think for a while I really fought it because I didn't want to acknowledge the grief. To me, I was like, it's fine, just keep going, just keep moving on. It's fine. But it wasn't fine. And it hasn't been fine. And it took me a while to sort of relax and allow things to unfold. I think that, like, when you're pursuing creativity as a career or, seriously in any capacity for enjoyment, or anything like that, when you have those times where things fall apart, your band falls apart, somebody moves away, or you stop being friends with people, somebody does something really bad, and you have to sort of cut them out of your life, and it can be a really scary time. And if you're not sort of already at that established level where you have a record label or just, a really strong community that supports what you're doing, a team of people even, like, that can really shatter your courage. Being in those moments really shatters your courage. And I want to share a perspective on those kinds of periods of your life, because I think I'm learning right now that this may happen from time to time where things shift and change. I think that there was a time where I was sort of pushing against that, and I was trying to pretend that it wasn't happening, while also feeling this heavy grief on my heart. It just really drained me of my energy and my joy and my happiness, and I hadn't felt happy for a really long time until I accepted it. And it wasn't easy. It's never easy to sort of allow yourself to sit down, especially when your creativity inside of you is the product. You are you're the source. You are the source of the product that you are giving to the world. And when you're having these shaking moments in your life where you're like, what is going on? People are leaving. I have to cut people off, or, these social dynamics or life dynamics, getting fired, like things like that really feel like, and can make you feel like it's not for you, or that it's not meant to happen, or that, it's not going to happen, or it can't, or it's too hard. Please don't give up. Okay. There were so many times in my life where I could have just thrown in the towel and left and stopped. Even today, in the last week, 2 weeks even, my perspective has shifted very, very greatly, because I allowed myself time to let that happen. Albeit it was hard to let go of that control and not know if my feet were going to land on the ground and that I was going to get through it. But I trusted. And I trusted because of that fire in my heart and that burning passion that as creative people we have. It's like I would rather not be alive than not be able to do it. We can't imagine life without creating. I could use that passion as an anchor and be like, okay, I'm here. I'm in this period where my perspective is really changing, and I've been here before. I've been down before. I've been in isolation periods before. I know what happens after this, I know that through this time, if I allow myself to feel what I need to feel and grieve everything that's happened, not even in the last 2 years, but the last 5 years of my life, that I can move forward from it. It feels like you're giving your power away. It feels like you're giving up on yourself, on just everything. But nothing will change if nothing changes. And the more we try to lie to ourselves and say like, no, I'm okay, like I can push through this, I'm fine, I can still beat this, I can push this down, I can ignore this and just keep going and hope that it'll get better through that, and it doesn't. It just keeps disappointing you, hurting you, challenging you, and you just gotta let go and let yourself just fall apart. In the last couple of days, or the last week, I feel like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I feel like I am gaining a huge new perspective because I've been allowing myself to grieve, and I've been allowing myself to just cry it out. Like the other day I was just scream crying into my pillow, but it was super cathartic to just let it out and just let out all of that emotion and all of that grief, the disappointment of everything that has disappointed me, betrayed me, like just everything, And it's just like, it can't come with me anymore. I can't hold that with me anymore, you know? And the more that I let it go and the more that I strip it back, I have felt happy. I felt happiness for the first time in like 6 months, 8 months, a year. It just feels like recently I've been talking to more and more people that are sort of going through the same thing, where parts of their lives have been sort of stripped back and they've been left in this isolation period with all of this grief and frustration, and just frustrated that they can't see what's ahead of them. You're allowed to only see one step ahead of you and trust that that passion and that fire is guiding you towards where you need to go. And it's going to take however long it's going to take, and that is okay. Because this isn't about aging out of our prime, it's about aging into our happiness and our fulfillment. I know that there is so much fear around aging, and it's crazy like how much it sort of affects people, that fear. But just like in my last video, I talked about trusting the timing of your life, and I suggest you watch that as well. And just know that even if things feel like they're falling apart, you are right where you need to be, and you are becoming stronger, and you're becoming more resilient, and you're experiencing the depth of yourself in order to, you know, be more creative and be more alive and have that fire inside of you that protects and honors that inner child and that inner artist. And they really need that protector after going through periods like that, you know. It's not easy to let yourself fall, you know, it's not easy. And I just get back up again every single time. Just get back up, just keep going, and don't stop, because there's just no point in backing out now, you know. Whatever work you've done towards this life is valuable, and it's valued by your soul, and it would be such a disservice to yourself to give up at the first sign of things not working out, because they will work out, and they will work out in their own way. And it's safe to have optimism. You're allowed to trust that things are going to get better. There's a new perspective and a new life that's waiting up ahead. And even if you can't see it or feel it, if you have trust, you will reach a destination that will be much better than where you're at right now. Even if it leads you somewhere completely unexpected, you'll still have so much more knowledge about yourself and intimacy with yourself, you know, that you can sit with yourself through really dark periods and come out of the other end, you know, with more wisdom and more love and more insight and more creativity as well. So trust that things are going to get better, because they will. I promise they will. And yeah, I really, really hope that this video helps you, and I will see you in the next one.